Full house. What, look at this. We're doing party at Shabby's. Look at everybody's turned up. Everyone's had a wash. Everyone looks nice. You're not going out like that, Des. Put a nice shirt on if you're going on Shabby's.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, before we came on, VTR was talking about something, and I just want to make VTR bigger in it because this is pretty. It's pretty funny. This. So, go on, Dave. You were saying.
Well, so I was looking around my my collection room the other day, and I was looking at the $6 Million Man collection, and I was looking at Oscar Goldman and thinking, "That's Des.
Christ Almighty!
Wow,
It's our very own Des. Look,
All you need is a paintbrush and some dirty overalls, and I tell you what, and a European Cup under his arm.
we need to put Oscar and Des side by side.
Oh, that is absolutely
Twin
brilliant.
brothers.
That is brilliant. He looks just like him.
Dear.
Look at
Good Des.
Des, you're gonna have to buy one of them now, Des. You're gonna have to.
I want to find Des that blazer.
Oh, sorry, I love that
Yeah.
blazer.
There you go.
That is nice.
Let's see if we can. I don't know if we can move the squares. Can you? Can we put Oscar next to Des?
Let's have a look. Let's put him right there a minute. There you are.
Let's get closer.
Oh, it's a night of twins. Me and Shabby.
Yeah,
There's an
twins.
Oscar. Night of twins.
Oh, absolutely
I'll
brilliant.
take
But
that,
anyway,
I'll take
go on, Des. What?
I'll take that. I've got no problem with that.
But anyway, welcome. It was just a stream. I asked the lads if we went. We haven't caught up for a while, and like I say, me and Si have put on Tub Thumpers. He's on hiatus till the end of October, so I just thought we were done. And then the thing is, I've been reading all your messages and seeing all your videos and stuff, and you lot have been busy boys this past week. I mean, you've been what we've got Great Ohio Toy Show, we've got the Games Expo, NEC.
Jolanta.
I mean, what else has come up? Oh, you Martin and Adams. Martin and Adams Romantic Weekend at the cinema. Holding got that. So what else has been? So we'll start with you, VTR. What's been going on? What have you been doing this week?
Well, actually, on Sunday I was at Kempton. I didn't video that one because Kempton's the closest fair to me. Well, the main closest fair, and I tend to use that as a kind of relaxing morning. So I've done Kempton once for videoing, but yeah, this time I just thought go along and just relax, meet up with a few guys. A lot of the toy division guys go there, so Aaron and co.
Nice.
Yeah, and I did. It's quite a small fair, and back in the day, it would mostly be die-cast trains, and then you'd find a bargain because someone would have a Star Wars figure or a Micronauts figure, and they didn't have a clue what it was, so you just pick up a bargain. Now, yeah, there's a lot bigger sort of spread of dealers. Harder to find a bargain, but I did pick up a few things. Do you want to go into pickups now, or do you want to say hello to people?
No, well, I'll tell you what. We'll just say a lot. I'll just catch up because there's 57 comments I'm behind.
Oh, is that all?
No
So I'll
change
just
there,
say
in
hello
the hole.
to so Mrs. Scuba Pete's here. So we got
Hello.
Guppy's here. Good old Guppy. Kieran's here. Keith Knight's here. The lovely Gary Moore is here. Everybody's turning up. Let's have a look. Wow, unbelievable. Steph's here. Hi, Steph.
Hello.
Jonathan Redmond's here. Dart Lycan's here. Baz.
That's her.
Cheers, Kieran. Guppy. Oppy's here. Good old Ops. Adam Long is here.
Oh, that
Ah,
Adam
everyone's
character.
coming out from Martin tonight. Mr. Redmond. Biker. APD. MOD Extra Game and Collection. Now, some of you lads met him, didn't you, Si? You just met him, haven't you, Si?
Yeah, me
DTM.
and Connor and DTM, Connor gave him a ring and said, we're in the hotel, do you fancy coming having a meal? And he spent the night with us. He was a nice guy, wasn't he, Dave? Really nice guy.
Oh, that's awesome. Hi. Hey, I wonder what he's.
It's funny, isn't it? Because when you watch people on here, they're not so necessarily so much strangers, are they? It's like you meet up with them, but they're not really like, even though you've never met them, they're not 100% a stranger, are they? Do you know what I mean? You've watched them enough times.
Yeah.
Stephanie's here, BOE's here, Zoe's here. Can't stay long, but hi all. Hello, Zoe.
She's on holiday again.
Claire's here. Oh, Claire's got a car out. Breaking news: Claire got a new car. She's got another mini.
Yeah, she's got a new car now. She's back on the road.
What happened to the old?
She
She
smashed
wrote
it.
it. Somebody wrote into her. She was driving down Albert Road in Blackpool Town Centre to come and pick me up. I got back from the train station. My phone goes. I phoned it. I thought, oh, great, Claire's come to pick me up. She went, I've just been in a car crash. I was like, oh, no.
Jeez.
And apparently she's driving down Albert Road and some guy at 50 miles an hour smacked straight into the side of her, wrote her car off completely. So, yeah, so she's had to get rid of that one. She's ended up getting a new one.
It's
Well,
like
I'm
the
glad
Brady
that-
Bunch.
You're okay,
Oh.
Claire.
Yeah, that's more important than anything. She walked out of it, you know. So she's had a bit of a bang. She's a bit shook up, but Scottish, tough as houses.
Did you see that picture of TJC driving his bus? Brilliant, absolutely.
I have
brilliant.
not seen it.
Oh,
No.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
he's
it.
he was in the group TJC driving his bus. Then he put another one that someone had broken down or smashed in, and it had "Please take round." Anyway, that wasn't me. Just in case.
That was
you
a
all
very
say-
modern bus. I mean,
It
around
was
our
very
way, buses do not look
modern,
like that.
Yeah, all the
He said they're all
LEDs.
electric, didn't he? They're not all electric
John.
buses, are they, Dave, or something? All electric.
It's a
Are
I
they
don't
electric
know. I mean, the last
buses?
time I was on the bus, I mean, it didn't look like that, I can tell you.
Mikey was on it.
Back in my day, they were pulled by horses.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'll get you
Pixel.
VTR. I'll get you VTR. Mikey was on it.
Hey,
I was about to say
Kev's here.
last time I was on a bus, they had a conductor, I think. So
Yeah, I can't. I can't
on the bus about 2.5 hours ago.
well, yeah.
Likewise,
I've been
yeah,
on in 20 years.
probably same for me.
No,
Well,
yeah,
did
I
you?
haven't been on a bus for years. So Kev's here,
How much
right?
did it cost you,
Coxie?
Jason? Did it cost you any money? Do you have one of them bus passes that old age pensioners have that you put on? And you, get all like, you put your card on. And,
Oh,
The
sorry.
government has done that £2 thing now for about a year and a half. Or should I say the ex-government? It's meant to run out at the end of this year.
Is it?
Basically go anywhere for £2.
That's not bad.
Georgie, hiya, Georgie.
Hey, Georgie.
I saw her talking about Labyrinth with APD and Cat.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That's good.
So everybody's here. Keep going, keep going. You're too kind, says MOD. Too kind. Oh, let's have a look. Pixel. Evening, folks. Hello, Connor. Connor's here.
Hello.
Everyone's just coming down. Mr. Reynolds is here. Jesus, this is a shocking episode of Celebrity Square.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, brilliant. I'm nearly at the bottom. Gilster's here. Mr. B's here. Look at this. Oh, yeah, no, you don't do things by half. Get the legends on. Look at this. Everybody's here. DTM with the center square. Look at that.
You can take me off if you want. If someone else wants to be in middle.
No, you can be. You're always center. You can be the center, pal. So Kieran's here. Anyway, so we're talking about Kempton with our good friend VTR. So is it a good do, Kempton? Is it worth going?
Yeah, it's worth going because, as I say, it used to be very much die cast trains, all that kind of thing, and then
Yeah.
you get just the odd little, smattering of gold, and you could usually pick it up for a great price because those guys didn't really know what they had. But now it's over the last 2 years, I'd say it's really built up, and a lot of the toy division guys are there. So you get a lot of 80s, 90s stuff now.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely get some good pickups at Kempton. But I use it as a
Awesome.
kind of relaxing morning. I don't film Kempton. I've done it once, but yeah, I just try and relax really when I walk around Kempton now. And they got a nice burger and hot dog stall outside, so pick that up on the way home for breakfast.
Is it
But I found a few little things at Kempton this time round. So I love my Rambo bits, so I've picked up these two.
Oh,
yeah.
So these are I mean, Rambo obviously got all the figures. You've got the big Strike HQ play set. You've got the vehicles, and then they also did quite a few of these kind of boxed accessories. Because obviously this is a toy line aimed at kids, and what do kids need? They need machine guns, and so they provided machine guns. Now I actually have these already. There's 4, I think there's 4 or 5. But these are so cheap. I asked the guy how much were these, and he said, "Oh, for you can have them for this price." I didn't even know him. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is cool. So yeah, I got those for a great deal. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. They're both sealed as well.
He must have fancied you, Dave.
Well, Dave didn't say if he tripled the price.
Yeah, exactly. And then another thing. So I'm also collecting Dino Riders, but the dinosaurs and Dino Riders are really well done. They're amazing kind of replicas of dinosaurs. And so they were so good that the Smithsonian said, "Oh, we like those. So can we sell them at our museums, basically?" So this is kind of one of those. This is a Dino Rider, but packaged up and sold in the museums because these the mold so good.
That's cool.
And I can't actually pronounce that. Anyone have a go?
Do you think he saw us?
Do you think he saw us? Yeah.
Celine Dionosaurus.
Looks like Dianonitis.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, it's Tycho, so it's obviously the same guys that do Dino Riders. So if you got this as a Dino Rider, obviously you'd have all the kind of extra lasers and the figures and stuff to go with it.
Freaking lasers.
Yeah, freaking lasers. And but some of the bigger dinosaurs, what they did was, because they're like battery powered and what have you, they would just cover up all the battery compartments, seal them in, so they would just become the
There's no hole in this bum.
Sell in musems. And then I
Are
think
they rare to get hold of like that, Dave? Are they rarer than the Dino Riders, the museum pieces?
I've got two of these. I spotted one at the NEC last year, and then he had two more, but I think one I had. So this is only the second time I've ever seen them in all my toy hunts. But they're probably quite easy. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. They're
probably more easy than America.
It's brand new.
Yeah. And then I picked this up.
And size on our screens, do we be subject to question of the week? You never know. And Si might have a question. Si might have a question of the week.
I thought he'd have a dinosaur conspiracy question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did dinosaurs really exist? Blah blah blah. I don't know. Yeah.
Was there a meteor?
Now, Si, I think you're going to like this one. Yeah, I think you're going to like this. I like my soundtracks, so I picked up this one.
Oh, look at that, baby!
Nice.
Look at that, and it's in really nice condition. That the actual vinyl is really nice condition too. It's the obviously original TV soundtrack album. Nice kind of picture on there, and then on the back it's the back.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'd have that on constantly.
So, you've got my light's not very good here. Nor is my eyesight. Yeah, you got the Batman theme, the Batman Riddler. Yeah, there's everything on there basically. So that's pretty cool. I think that's my favorite pickup actually.
I used to have a sweatshirt with that logo when I was little.
Yeah.
Mint, innit? Batman 60s. I love the way that, like, I'm nearly 50. I can still buy Batman 66 stuff. I just love that more than anything. Yeah, brilliant.
All right.
I picked up some stuff from Sandown, which I can show. Do you want? I don't know how you want to do it, Shabby. Do you just want to stay with one person or go spread it around a little bit?
Yeah, we'll just stay. We'll just go around. It's like I say, it's not a formal thing.
Yeah.
Enjoying it.
So that's what I picked up at Kempton, and then at Sandown, which I did show in my video. Got this Dune vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm really, really digging this line now. So this is the Sand Scout, and what I hadn't realised, if you look there, Rough Riders. So these are by LJN Dune, and LJN Rough Riders. So they actually took like the base of Rough Riders vehicles and then basically rebuilt around them to make these Dune ones. There's three of those. Yeah, if you look at the back, there's three there. Look there. And then I would love to get this big vehicle, which is kind of fits the figures, and then here's Top Secret. It's the Sandworm, which is probably the weakest part of the line because it's just out of scale basically. But that's quite
figure
good.
wise. You've got as many to go now, Dave. Though figure wise, because past few videos.
Figure wise, got one more. It's,
Stilgar.
Is that how you say his name? Stilgar. It's the guy on the end. Him.
That's the last one.
Last one. And then there's a couple of accessories I need to find, but yeah, nearly done. And the guns are pretty cool, so I might try and find those.
Yeah.
It's quite a small line to pick up, so that's pretty cool. And then
Kev says, I always feel VTR is ahead of the curve. What I dismiss when I see him pick them up, and I end up collecting them about 2 years later.
maybe. I don't know. I don't always get it right.
One of the things I noticed about your latest video, especially at Sandown, there was a lot of older toys, like before the 80s toys, like 70s toys.
Yeah.
And I've noticed a couple when I watch all your videos, all the lads' videos when you go to the fairs and things, but for some reason, this one, it just looked a lot. Is it getting like more 70s as well? Because it looked like there's a lot more there.
I think it just depends on the day, honestly. Sometimes you'll get 80s focus, sometimes you get more 70s bits. Sometimes it just depends on what I fancy filming. Because I mean, to be fair, a lot of the dealers are the same dealers at each of those fairs. And so you get to know them, you get to know their stock. And so I don't always feature the same dealers in every video, otherwise they'd be quite repetitive. So yeah, if I find a new dealer, I always try and put them in the video. And the one dealer I loved, which you picked up on, Shabby, was the guy that had all the James Bond vehicles.
Oh, and the books, the books were fantastic as well.
Those
books
that was yeah. I found these, the James Bond.
Oh, they are, yeah.
So, yeah, you only live twice.
Really cool.
These aren't first prints, but I think they're second or third. The guy was saying, "Spy loved me."
The Shabby who loved me.
And they're not like heavy tomes, so they're really easy to get through if you want to just read them at night or whatever.
Is that a map on the front of that one? Was that a map?
What was that? Sorry?
Was that a map on the front of that there?
Yeah.
The Spy Lovely one. Yeah, look, a map.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? That.
How to get to Blackpool.
TJC's bus route, TJC's bus route.
Octopussy. I'm looking forward to reading that one, see how close that is to the film.
Does it have a centerfold in the middle?
Hey, Matt.
Moonraker I've read. And just to spoil it, in the book they don't go to space, so that's obviously the film's taking a liberty.
They don't go to space.
They don't go to space.
Does it have anything to do with space?
I
haven't read it.
Yes, it does. In that there's a rocket that's going to be fired up in space, but that's as far as it goes. Sorry, I don't want to spoil it. It's a great. Actually, no. Moonraker is a brilliant read because it's about the core of the story. Really, is about Bond versus Drax, and there's a really great scene where they're in the casino playing against each other, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So I really recommend reading this book. Now,
I'm glad I got on tonight because Shabby told me off for having too many.
400 annuals.
I've got 1 or 2 Shabs Wednesday. Oh God.
Now, Camilla started out with the Police Academy, DCB June, with the Police Academy, and there was a three series. So this is the third series, Special Assignment Rookies. So these ones are quite hard to find. Now, the reason I got these cards out because I thought that there might be a clue to the thing that I just bought. So Special Assignment Rookie. This one's pretty hard to find. This is the Snack Attack house fat figure there. But on the back, you'll see just here, if I get my finger on it, that guy there, Stakeout Sweet Chuck. And I believe that's mail away. I've been doing research and I can't find anywhere the mail away bit. But what I did find at Sandown is Stakeout Sweet Chuck.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah, which I've never seen this figure before anywhere. So he's pretty hard to get hold of. Obviously,
with his
hiding in the fire hydrant, which opens up. And then, I mean, it's a pretty stupid figure, to be honest. Let's face it. But there he is. He has a wind-up arm, which will kind of just, I don't know how it works, actually. How does it work? Do you just, I don't know. Some way of activating the arm. Oh, there we go. I don't know. Anyway, so he's a mail away apparently, but I can't find any evidence of it being a mail away because the other guy, Captain Harris, you cut out the things on the back of the cards and you send off for Captain Harris, but I don't know how you got this guy back in the day. No idea. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that's it. Now, last time I showed this guy, which Adam knows very well, Pepsi can from Computer Warriors. And I was doing a bit of research, And I found
Hey, toy scavenger.
back in the 80s, Coca-Cola did transforming cola cans. Wow.
That one is actually a bit easier to find. The actual proper Coke one is about £200.
Yeah.
Really
Oh,
hard
I've never
to
seen
find.
these. Hasbro.
Yeah, so I was trying to
Transformers.
find the Coke one, Adam, and you're right, it's hard to find. But I found
It's
this guy,
ridiculous. Yeah.
and if you look, it looks like a proper can. It's the same. It's the
It's
same
got the
dimensions and
Pull
everything.
tab on top,
And it has a pull tab. Yeah, so you pull up the tab,
like a
like
Schlitz
so.
beer.
Head pops out, shouldn't it?
Yeah, and then you pull back the tab. I don't want to break it because it's quite delicate, but you pull back the tab.
The Coke one transforms the same way. I had the Coke one as a kid, but the Coke one's like really expensive now. I think the cheapest I found it for was $150. It's so cool though.
And then
Does he dance the can?
look, I'm doing a transformation.
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
There we go. And yeah, you've got a robot cherry.
That is cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Who
The
made
Coke
that?
one
the
transforms
Coke one.
the same way. Same
Who
way.
made, is that
Coke one's
Hasbro or was it somebody else that made him, Adam?
I think
It's
it's
Takara.
Takara
yeah.
did
It
it.
is.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
the Transformers then. Wow.
Yeah, it's Takara. So it's a Coca-Cola. Like a piece of what do you call it? Memorabilia. What
license thing. Yeah.
license? Yeah. But Takara made them. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Very
Isn't it?
cool.
Nice.
Weird thing is, like I said, I had the Coke one as a kid, and I wanted to try and get it a couple of years back, and I gave up. I gave up looking because they're just so expensive. The cherry Coke one's quite expensive, but it's not as expensive as the Coke one. The Coke one is a 3-figure price, easy. So
Yeah. I looked for the Coke one, and I as you say, it was really expensive. So one day I'll try and find the Coke one. But one day
I'll be looking
Stu.
for a long time.
I want to display the Pepsi can along with the cherry Coke and the Coca-Cola. That would look cool.
You can have the soda wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Soda Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, there's one thing I forgot that I picked up at Sandown. The most ridiculous thing I think I've ever purchased at a toy fair.
I love the setup.
You got to keep it on now for the whole stream.
Oh god, I picked that up from Leicester Vintage. I think they did a. Did you see the live stream the other night, or the Three Amigos or whatever it is? And
Yeah.
they showed they showed them going to Belgium, picking up a load of these. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's just nuts. Anyway,
Do you know
I
what?
thought that, but-
When it's ladies' night next week, my first question to Camilla is: how many times has Dave walked into the bedroom without Mr. T?
walking again. I pity the fool. I pity the
Yeah,
fool.
she's pity the fool.
Hey, Dave, I'm not in the mood. Quit your jibber jabber.
Well, at least you can hear him coming up the steps. Da, da, da,
Jingle,
da,
Oh,
da, da.
absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, I want to talk to Adam Berry a sec. I've got something to show here.
Ooh, he's in trouble.
Let's have a look. Sorry, it's a new computer, so I'm trying my hardest to work around it. Hold on a sec. Oh, there it is. Right. Right. So, Adam, I want to talk to you about this, mate. That's coming up. Right here.
You'd be crap on ITV News, you.
Okay, yeah, the toy fair, yeah. I'm actually I'm going to be talking about it on Stu's thing on Sunday as well. But yeah, this is just it's a fair that me and a couple of guys in Southend literally came up with. July, we said let's just put a toy fair on. So we've kind of from conception to realization, less than 6 months, we've made it happen.
Nice.
So we've sold out of. It's fully sold out, and it's only going to be about 22 tables, so it's going to be fairly small, but a good amount still. But we've got a list of at least 10, 12 people on the list who also want tables. So if this goes well, the plan is we just upscale it next time, go to a bigger venue.
So this is like an old fire station you're having it in?
Correct. Yeah, it's a completely old fire station. It's used for like Slimming World meets, like random community things at the moment.
Please tell me there's a fire pole still there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's a really tall fire station. So there's actually, I think I've mentioned it before, there's 3 stage fire poles. So you've got 3 poles. You have to get down to the bottom. So you have to go down one, go around to another bit, go down another one, and stuff like that. So yeah, and we were in the local rag today. So local newspaper has run an article.
Cool.
On it all. So yeah, that was kind of cool. We'll wake up and see all that.
So Adam, did you get the slide?
Adam, I like the way you've upgraded it from Toy Fair to Festival.
We didn't do that. We didn't do that.
Woodstock.
There was a bit of liberties taken by the reporter.
Oh, brilliant.
I'm expecting a racist headline.
Yeah, the reporter took some liberties. So, because we did say it was a fair, and also in there's some really funny quotes about it and stuff like that. We never said none of that. So, like, there's a quote that said, "Oh, we're expecting 300 or 400 people." We never even put any numbers on it. Like, it's just like the reporter just made it up. So, but you know, it's all good publicity. So, you know, it's one.
And it's free to get in. Is that right, Adam? It's free to get in.
Completely free. Now, I don't want to give too much away, but whether it stays free in the future, like if we get bigger and we got bigger overheads, then we might have to charge a very small amount. But at the moment, it's going to be free. And the thing is, we're not making any money out of it. Like, this is not a money-making thing. This is we're just literally covering our costs. And that's the whole thing of it. We just want to put something on a bit different and something that's like, you know, it just hasn't been done really in Southend really before. They've done old vintage fairs, but they've always been like the sort of crap you find in a garage that's like an old, I don't know, coffee table that ain't worth jack. You know, there's no like toys or anything. And so yeah, it's purely toys. There is going to be comics there actually, so there is that. But,
awesome.
Yeah, we're quite proud. We're quite proud of what we managed to achieve. It's funny actually that a news article I've already framed and put up on my wall. Nice. I thought it went really well in the toy room, so I've just chucked it up there.
Claire asks, will there be a 40-foot table?
A big table.
There's 22, I think 25 6-foot tables.
I'm just glad that Slimming World's there as well, because by the time I've walked around your fair, I can go and get me off a stone sticker at Slimming World.
I think the Slimming World's on Monday night, so you could stay for that after, couldn't you? Because it's on a Sunday. So
There's a few pounds while you're looking at your toys. Yeah.
It has a fire pole. We should sleep over.
It's really the station was only decommissioned about 10 years ago, so it's really quite modern and all that. And basically, where the fair is where in the bays where the engines were. So that's where all the fair is, kind of thing. And
cool.
It's still in really good working order, but it wasn't needed because you know they just amalgamated a lot of them, didn't they? Kind of got rid of them and just combined a lot of them. So.
Can I answer this? Because I think I know it. Where Connor says here that Mr. T's never said pick the foo on the 18. No, it was in the cartoon show, wasn't it? And he used to come on at the end and he'd give kids a little message. And that's when he used to say, I pity the fool. I pity the fool that don't make friends at school and stuff like that. I'm a right there.
Yeah. You had your daily.
Sounds good to me.
My Little Pony, top of the bill.
That was weird. Gary Moore mentioned that when he says like the toys that are going to be on for sale, My Little Pony was the first one mentioned, and I don't think we even mentioned any like what toys were going to be available. So this guy's obviously just gone, oh, let's find some 80s toys. Just chucked My Little Pony in there. There is going to be some My Little Ponies there, so Stuart's going to be catered for. It's not a problem.
Kieran, did you just Google that? I did like the bit about Boss Bounty at the end of the article.
Again, like we didn't put that down. We just said, oh, we've got a few people selling. One of the sellers has got quite a big YouTube following, and they just, it's amazing what they do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you've got to be careful what you say.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
But
well,
I've got you as well.
Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry, I think I've got a bit of a delay. Go on, carry on.
No, I was saying I messaged Bosk and I said, look, you got a bit of promotion, like joking about kind of thing. And he was quite chuffed about it. He went, cheers, that's awesome, like kind of thing. But we didn't really make a big deal about that. Like, strange, isn't it? So what they put in. So
Don't like gravy on their pizza.
So the other thing I want to
That's your
talk to you
art.
about it includes the love of your life, Martin. How did the cinema go? How was Star Wars at the cinema?
well, it was a very, very
Romantic.
romantic weekend. Yeah.
Was it good fun though? I mean, so tell us, Martin, what did you actually do? Did you watch all of them all over the weekend, or how did this work?
Well, basically, there was something called what was it, Adam? It was Watto's
weekend.
Watto's weekend. That's right. So they were showing episode 1, 2, 3, then Rogue One, then the original trilogy.
Yeah.
So the prequel trilogy was on the Saturday, and then on the Sunday they had the Rogue One and the original trilogy. And so yeah, we got there Saturday, didn't we, Adam? And got a bit of lunch and went in. And let's get the positives out of the way first. It was a fantastic to watch the movies in the cinema again. I mean, it was fantastic, especially the prequels, because I've seen the originals in the cinema quite recently. But I haven't seen Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith in the cinema, or Rogue One come to that since pretty much when they came out. And I don't know if Adam agrees, but I absolutely loved watching those again on the big screen. They're absolutely fantastic. But as we got into the Phantom Menace, Adam and I noticed there was something not quite right in the cinema, and that what that was the fact that the heating wasn't working and the air conditioning was on full.
Oh, I know this. Oh, would you like a cuddle?
It's so cold in here.
Yeah.
That's like running out of gas at Inspiration Point, innit? Oh, we're out of gas. Oh,
I was that cold at one point. I contemplated it.
Oh, that's bad. That's leave it that cold. I'd be like, oi, sort this out. It's freezing in my seat.
Adam, did you have a hole cut in the bottom of the popcorn bucket? More corn.
But no, it was freezing, and we did go out and say something, and we didn't ask for it, but they gave us a couple of refunds.
A couple of refunds, yeah.
So yeah, that was. So that was quite good. But I mean, it didn't really matter. It was fantastic watching the films at the cinema again. They made quite an effort. They had some R2 droid builders there, and they were giving out these cards when you were there. They were other guys who actually built the droids. Yeah. So these guys. Yeah, R2D2 and an R5D4, and there was a mouse droid sort of going around the foyer of the cinema. So yeah, no, it was a fantastic weekend. I really, really enjoyed myself. As I say, it was a bit cold, but second day we learnt our lesson and double layered. But yeah, no, it was a fantastic weekend. Had a really good time.
Was it busy?
It was dead, absolutely dead, Shabby. There was
really.
Yeah,
the originals are a bit busier, weren't they?
Yeah,
the originals were a bit busier.
Yeah. I think the busiest of the 7 was probably Rogue One, to be honest with you, Shabby. That was the busiest of the 7. Revenge of the Sith was a bit busier, but 1 and 2 weren't very busy at all. I mean, Adam and I literally we didn't sit in our assigned seats each viewing, because there was that many seats you could choose from. We just found better seats. But yeah, no, it was fantastic. Really good time. Yeah.
Awesome.
It was good. It was good fun. But yeah, the coldness did spoil it a bit. But we got a couple of refunds. I can't grumble about Odeon's. Like they just went, "I'll just refund you." Anybody could have gone up and said the same. They would have made no money from it. But
was it a set price for all the movies, one shot?
It's $10 a ticket, I think, for each movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
It was quite funny. There was a Costa coffee inside the actual cinema, and by episode 2, Adam and I were nipping out every 20 minutes to get a cup of tea and a cup of coffee to keep ourselves warm. And as you were drinking it, you could see the mist blowing out of your mouth.
What I don't understand though, Martin, is that if you'd have took your stormtrooper coat and zipped it up and everything, you wouldn't have been cold at all.
I didn't want to make everyone else jealous when I got in there. They all wanted
got mugged for
me. I'd be signing pictures. I mean,
Delvian says it must have made the Hoth scenes more realistic, though, in the cinema. So that way,
actually snowed.
Oh,
yeah.
Brilliant!
I genuinely, I don't moan about being cold. I'm not a sort of someone who feels the cold. But I said this to Martin about 3 times. I went, I am freezing. like I was just like, what is going on here? Like,
oh, look at Guppy. I was roasting in ours. Ours was boiling. Oh, I'll have to take my jumper off. To
be honest,
Jason's
Adam,
just done the same
Adam,
thing, haven't you, Jace? You've just been to see him all, haven't you?
Yeah. The evening shows that I've been seeing, they've been near enough full. When I went to see the pre-signals, they was near enough full as well. It shows must be how different areas or times that people go and see them.
Yeah.
But that's the same lot on the weekend as well, just gone. So they must have done it nationwide for that weekend.
But Jason, you were watching at the cinema, not in your living room, right?
Of course, he went to the cinema, Dave. He's not wasting his £2 bus ticket, is he?
I was going to say, Adam, I think you were quite lucky that Martin didn't, slice open your stomach and get warm that way.
While we've got
It smelled so good on the outside.
First of all, can I just thank people? We've got nearly 60 people in the chat, so thank you all for coming. We really, really appreciate that. That's awesome of you all. That's really nice of you. So anyway, Jace, what have you picked up? Or tell us some stories. What's happened this week?
Well, on Saturday I went to the Maidstone Toy Fair.
Right.
And I met up with Retro Toy Guy Si, aka another Stephen, and he came over from Holland to come to Maidstone because he used to live in Maidstone. It's about a 5-year gap between the two of us, and basically went to the same school as me, so that's how we met up really for the last couple of years where we found out. So we went around Maidstone Toy Fair. I had a small budget, but it's amazing what you can find on a small budget. I mean, I said to myself, I'm spending no more than £20. Okay, I spent 28 quid. But I did pick up a fair bit. But yeah, I was saying there were a lot of dinkies. That Toy Fair used to be dinkies, railway, and a small bit of sci-fi stuff. Now it's near enough 50-50. So I was saying to Simon, I said it shows how much it's changed in the last year. I said, look, when I last came here, there's no one I don't film. For some reason, I don't feel comfy filming in there. I don't know why. And
could be that restraining order.
I said to him, I said it's amazing how it's changed. I said there's so much other toys here, not just dinkies and railway stuff. I said, there was Lego there and a fair bit of Lego. I think I was really actually surprised how much it's changed. But yeah, nice. I picked up some bits. I did. I picked up some Britons.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I loved Britons. I loved them.
Nice horn.
French Foreign Legion. I mean, I was doing it £3 each.
Sweet.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hello. I actually had this guy when I was a kid.
They were £3 each.
Yeah.
That's a great buy.
Wizzy.
And French Foreign Legions are quite rare to find.
Hello. With his red trousers.
Side dresses like that and runs around Blackpool.
He does. Yeah.
Camouflage, is it? Red trousers, blue top.
Cool.
Yeah, I did.
Do you know what? They're bigger than I remember them. Were they a little bit smaller than that? Was there like different sizes of them?
Oh, different sizes. They weren't always Britons. You had matchboxes there, and smaller scales. Though some of them like only like that big.
Well, that's what I sort of remember him like really tiny. I don't remember him like being like an inch and a half.
There were the Airfix ones. Now, I did pick up some other bits, but I put them around and I can't remember where they are now.
I'm only laughing because I know that.
Yeah.
You know,
The problem is
I
real.
also done custom. I don't know if you can see it. If you see the glass decaf cupboard behind me, I've just done a custom figure, and it's on the top shelf, but you probably can't see it.
Yeah, do we have to guess what it is?
First word sounds like
S.
Ooh.
But this was inside, obviously, a Star Wars magazine.
Right.
And it's getting framed. I'm going to try and open it. Man struggles to open a piece of paper. National news.
We've seen some of the size posters. You sure it's suitable for Shabby Stream?
Got Lucy Pinder on it.
I like that one.
Well, the Rancor
Yeah, that is
making.
cool. Yeah.
That's cool,
Yeah, that's getting framed. That is
cool.
Nice one.
Eric, one of the people that runs Reading Toy Shop, he went to me. I picked up the magazines while I was filming there, and he went to me. Oh, you know, fish one's £3, don't you? I went, yeah, I don't mind about it. He went, it's got the poster. I said, even better, mate.
Awesome.
I look at it. I said, yeah. I said, well, that's getting framed. So,
where are you going to put it though? In your house? There's nowhere to put it.
I'm going to find it. I've really got where it's going. I have basically, I'm taking down my G.I. Joe poster showing the toys. That's going in its place. Then I'm going to have to find a home for the G.I. Joe poster. That may go on the door. Because there is spaces on my door.
What if you took the mirror down over the bed? You could put them up there.
No, it's too much fun.
What's
I also put it up Reading.
Oh. Ooh, nice.
Now, my little brother, when I filmed it first, when I was going there on the Thursday, I showed him this. My little brother said to me, is that the princess or the queen from Never Ending Story? I went, no, mate, it's Queen Adama in Star Wars, but I can see how he could think that because it does look a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
it looks like what you put on top of a cake in a wedding.
Yeah. So it's really nice. And they've got loads of the pre-signal stuff, so I could be getting back into that.
Yeah. Well, it was Martin Adams' wedding at the weekend, so.
Then after I left Reading, I went past Bexley Heath, because I've been after a couple of figures. I popped in the game there and bought these.
Oh, retros, right.
On discount, even better.
You got it. £7.
50. It's all right to laugh. Go ahead.
They'll be coming out of the box at some point. And I got this guy as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Mr. Fat Bobby Fat. He looks a bit like me, really, on the size, really. But yeah, I mean, I did buy other things, but I've got some minifigures coming from China, from the X-Men and stuff, so they'd be interesting.
Awesome.
But yeah, basically it.
Well, that's brilliant. So you've had a good week then. Was it a good show then and stuff? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, it was good walking around with Simon, chatting, and it was just he's quite into James Bond, and he was buying the James Bond cars. He bought Aston Martin. The helicopter. He also found the classic Batman helicopter. He paid a tenner for it. It was in such good nick. Apart from, we both didn't realise, and I said we should know. One of the propellers were broken. But how they did it, it looked like just two. And he's messaged me later saying, "Yeah, it's meant to have three." And I went, "Yeah, it is." Like I said, it's amazing how even as toy people, you've seen them, how something you can slip up, but it was such good. He said, "I should be able to hide it," and I said, "Well, it hid from the red when we saw it." He bought me a load of chocolate. As you saw, half of it's already gone in my belly.
Well, that's brilliant, man. Anyway, let me just swap you over. Let's have a look at what our Dave's done. So you went. You went to Games Expo, didn't you? You went.
I did last weekend, with Simon and Tez and Claire and Helen and little Josh. They all went to the same event. They were in the Norbeck Castle Hotel, and I didn't enjoy it.
What?
We didn't enjoy any of it.
What did Cy do to you?
It weren't my type of thing. It were good to see.
I'm thinking him there, Shinobi.
Good to see. 20 quid in, yeah. You could use any game that were available for free. They had all the old arcade games. They had all the Amstrads and your PlayStations all scattered around, and a few pinball machines and all that. But they had a lot.
Did you see Retro Ed there? Because Retro Ed was there.
I didn't. No, I thought he'd have been there, but
yeah, he was. I saw all his pictures and stuff. But
all the popular games cabinets everyone knows about, your Asteroids and your Space Invaders.
Yeah,
they were all out of order.
Yeah.
Really?
Bizarre.
20 quid well spent. 20 quid well spent.
But it was good. It was a good event. It was well run, and lots of people turned up. And,
Claire.
Yes, that was it.
The machines were
It was great. It was the
my opinion is probably different to Simon, but they were sticky, and after a couple of hours, the joysticks were getting really warm.
Oh, right. You're selling it, DTM. You're selling it to us all.
Never have done.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant.
But this is in Blackpool, so
Sticky comes as standard, DTM.
I don't want to take it away from it. Everyone seemed to enjoy it, and like I say, we're busy.
So did you play Operation Wolf? That's the question.
No. RoboCop, a few shooting games. I couldn't tell you what they were called. I queued to go have a go on Afterburner, but a little kid about that big, he beat me to it. So, and the pinball machines, they were queuing for ages to have a go on those.
Oh man,
it were loud. They were very loud, as you can imagine.
Look at that Batman show, Toy Expo.
Maybe they had a bar. They had a bar. So
DTM, recreate the guy playing the gun game.
Oh, that was so funny. They get these shooting games, and they're all like trigger finger trying to zap the thing. The one guy had the gun, the plastic gun, and this is going to look really rude, but to do his rapid firing thing, where the trigger were up there, he was just going like that.
Screenshots.
Going like that, really fast. I've never seen. He was going like the clappers.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, he had a few little funny things to laugh about in there.
Like, was his game over though after 15 seconds?
Yeah, as most of them are. They had a little marketplace. Vendors were there with a few stalls out. There was some good stuff there, and I didn't pick up there.
Was there anybody cosplaying?
Yeah, there were a few. Not loads, but there were a few. I wouldn't know who they were. They were all from games, and yeah.
And you went to the Star Wars Andor place as well, where they filmed Andor.
That was good. That was good fun. Yeah. I enjoyed that. I did actually enjoy it.
Brilliant.
I've been wanting to go there for the last couple of years, so we're good to see it. It's all still there. Like Si was saying before we got there, you could see where they'd put the old.
No. Oh, hang on. Have we lost? Oh, no, he's here. He's here. We've got you.
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't pick it up from Blackpool last weekend, but I did week before at NEC if you want to see them.
Yeah, of course we do. How was NEC, by the way? How was your experience at NEC?
Yeah, that would have been better than Games Expo. But, yeah, it was good. I always like going to that anyway. It were full of stuff that you got to keep walking around again and again and again to see everything. You still never do.
Yeah.
But, it were good. It were good to go again, and can't wait for the next one. So awesome. Yeah, the NEC before in April, I picked up this guy, the T1000 Necker. Yeah. So I thought, right, I'm going to try and get all of these. He's got a
look. He's got the ET finger.
Yeah. 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 So I got that last time I went, and then I thought if I see another one, I'll pick one up. So I found that one. It's got a different damage dead. He's got these little, I don't know, meat hooks or something on his arms, covered in bullet holes. It's very, very, yeah. So yeah, I got that one. Then I bought another one of the same figure, but in a different kind of. When it blows up at end.
Actually,
yeah. It's in agony. He's got mimetic polyalloy all over him. Yeah, so that's what I got at NEC.
That's awesome.
And little Davros.
Yes, in his little tiny chair.
Yeah. Yeah, NEC is always great. So
what'd Claire find? Or not Claire? Sorry, Helen. Sorry,
yeah,
I had to get my. We're talking NEC.
I think she's going to be showing them on this thing that she's doing, so I don't want to say.
Oh well, don't.
But
say.
She did pick up
on ladies' night.
On ladies' night, yeah.
Which when is that, Shabby? When is ladies' night?
Ladies' night. I can't wait. It's going to be. It's this Sunday at 1:00 Eastern, so 6:00 UK Ireland. So, and I can't wait. We're going to have a couple of ladies on. Ladies you'll recognise. Ladies you'll know. Some of them making the debuts, if you will. So, and like I said, there'll be an advertisement going out for it tomorrow. And I'm going to ask you lot to send in questions. So the idea is for you lot to send in questions to ask the ladies. So
appropriate questions. Appropriate
questions. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at Simon rubbing his hands.
I don't think so at all. Appropriate. I'm having a field day on Sunday night.
Absolutely brilliant. Oh, so yeah. So
Dave, I've got something for Dave if he hasn't already got them.
Right.
I've been putting together an ET sticker book. You know, the Panini stickers.
Oh yeah, nice.
I got a load of spares, swaps. If you want them, they're yours. I could bring them to Echo.
Oh yeah, cool. I must find an ET sticker book. You've got the sticker book as well, then, Dave?
Yeah, well, my project is ongoing. I'm trying to fill it up. And did enough with it now.
Is Echo this coming Saturday?
These are all swaps I've had off like online purchases and what have you. So yeah, I'll fetch them with me.
Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks very much.
Yeah, no worries.
Awesome.
Well, you sounded, talking about Sandown, you sounded a bit miffed that it was £19. Now, have I got the idea? Because I watched the video. So is that like an early bird price, the £19? Then afterwards it's
for the NEC.
NEC,
yeah,
I'm sorry, NEC lads. NEC.
Yeah. So there's most of the fairs now have a notion of early bird. So if you pay extra, you can get in earlier, and the advantage of that, of course, is that there's not as many people around. You're going around as the dealers are putting things out. Hopefully, you pick up a good bargain.
Shark for the dealers.
And the only reason I mentioned it is it's £18 now for the NEC, which is not cheap. You can start buying figures almost for that money. But the reason I raised it is because it's not necessarily that it's £18, but that's risen from like £10 in a very, very short period of time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it almost feels like every time you go to the NEC now, the early bird price is going up by
So they're taking
£1
the
or
piss.
£2. And the question is it going to be 20 quid soon? Or 22? Where's it going to stop?
Bit pricey that. It is expensive.
So,
So
I was just put the question out there, is it putting people off? It doesn't seem to be, because to be fair, the early birds seem to be getting busier and busier. There is no doubt in my mind that over the last, ever since the pandemic, I guess, that this hobby has just exploded, and more people have definitely got into this, because you can see at the fairs. You used to be able to do an early bird and you could walk around and it was kind of pleasant. Now it's pretty busy. It's almost hard to tell the difference between early bird and kind of the early hours of normal entry. So it doesn't seem to be putting people off.
20
It's like that. It's like that at Sandown, isn't it, Dave? Like, we get in early, and I think it's £14 at Sandown.
Yeah.
And I'm more than happy to pay it, but I do agree the percentage increase has been quite great over a short period of time. But I'm more than happy to pay it.
Do you think it's the actual NEC going, well, I mean, we're gonna raise the rent for that day for you to have the hall?
Yeah, because the NEC was going to stop. They actually announced that they were going to stop the NEC, which is a bit of a shock, because there was some dispute, I guess, with the NEC itself. So I can only assume that that the prices have gone up because the NEC are charging more. You don't have to pay for parking at the NEC, so that is a huge bonus, right?
Yeah,
you could pay £10 for parking quite easily. So your ticket is good value when you look at it, and I think the normal price for a ticket is £10 or something now. So
but look at Guppy. He says many of the stores, even for an early bird, aren't even set up. You see, that's not right. I don't think they should. You know what I mean?
That's because at Sandown, me and Dave talk about it's a lot of Sandown. They let the dealers in the same time as the early bird people. It's crazy. So you're walking in with the dealers, and NEC it can be the same. But I still, for me, unless it became extortionate, I still think you have to get early bird. In my,
I was going to say that the one or two Sandowns that I've been to, I mean, the difference between early bird, the amount of people in there compared to when they let everybody else in, I mean, you've got so much freedom to move around and do whatever you want. As soon as they let everybody in, it becomes impossible to sometimes even get to the stalls.
I think early bird get about 2.5 hours as well. It's not like it's 10 minutes or half an hour. It's 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it's a good long time.
So everyone else has only got from 11 till 3. That's it.
Yeah,
half 10
so
till 3.
dumb.
Yeah,
all the unwashed Shabby that go in at 10:30.
The unwashed, yes. Like Cyan Connor and all those, the retrobants, they all come in, don't they, at 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
You know?
Got to have your breakfast, haven't you?
I mean, I've been doing early bird for years, and I'll continue to do early bird. There's no doubt.
All right, well, let me ask you then, is it worth doing the early bird? Because the reason why I ask is because every time you are going, I always say to you, is there something you're looking for? Oh, not really, Shabs, and all that. So I always think, well, does it matter the early bird? But it's worth going in this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, when I went to NEC, obviously in April, when there was a load of us there, I pretty much done all my shopping with it by 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Because I knew what I wanted, and I would have lost out on them because they were such good prices. I would have lost out on them if I hadn't got early bird. I guarantee they wouldn't have been there.
I mean, you could when they did general admission, it was like this tidal wave of people coming in. You were like, oh my god,
yeah.
And Sandown's the same. I don't know if Dave does feel the same because me and Dave we get the same time.
So as the only American, I'm still amazed that's like the toy fairs are on Sundays, not Saturdays. Yeah. Like it's not middle of the weekend. It's
it's funny that
Sunday. Like no, we're only up until 3. We got to get home. Tomorrow's work, and I'm like,
it's good. We chose Sunday because, like, obviously we're a city where we are, but we're relatively, I'd say, we're not a small city, but a new city, and I just thought. So we all talked about it, and we just thought Sunday is more likely going to be people around who let's just do something locally. Whereas Saturday, people tend to go a bit further afield. That's what we noticed. So that's why we chose a Sunday. But Yeah, I was shocked at NEC being Sunday. I must admit, because Sandown's a Saturday, isn't it? So,
well, especially when you lot tell me how busy it gets. Oh, Shabby, it's packed and all that. I would have thought
it really is
take
busy.
the weekend.
And
you
by
know what I mean?
2 p.m., people are starting to like slowly pack up their stalls too.
That's so weird. That's so
yeah,
weird.
and it's like it's not even till 6. 5.
Yeah, the one at Christmas is on a Friday at the NEC.
Is it?
Yeah, but everybody be off work.
Yeah, that is
Well, the
true.
Christmas
Because
one is
Tony
always
Analog
the
Toys.
27th.
Sorry, Dave. I was going to say. I was going to see what G-Force means there. Tony at Analog Toys. He found those Action Force. Do you remember last year at Joe Fest? And it was before, but it was as the guy was setting up, and he got them all for about $75. So yeah, I agree. Sorry, Dave. What were you saying?
I was going to say that the December NEC is always on the 27th, the day after Boxing Day.
Right, got you.
It's one of my favorite fairs. Yeah, that one.
I think it's
Everyone's
a
in a great
double-edged
mood.
sword. It's a double-edged sword, though, when you say about picking up cheap things, because some people, because it's early on in the day, they're not willing to discount anything. So they're like, "Oh, we can discount towards the end of the day." But it's like I've gone up to people right at the start, and it's only been open 10 minutes. So what's the best price you can do? And go, you're the first person who's come to my stall, so it's the price on it, kind of thing. So you sometimes do have to pay what's on there, but you know,
that makes sense as well. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so in other words, they're not going to give you much of a haggling deal when it's early bird, are they? Because they've just
not
opened.
when it's early bird. I don't find so much. So it can work for you and work against you, I've found. But I would still, like I said, I would still always personally get early bird, because I'd just rather get there, get my stuff. I had that FOMO otherwise, and then get out. So like.
That makes perfect sense.
Well,
Really
it does
good.
let you get that lay of the land, and then you can spend the bulk of the giant public time, like just kind of, because it is so busy, you can just cruise around at your leisure. You're not like,
Yeah, but it's like what DTM said, wasn't it? Because DTM said before you have to walk around at least 3 or 4, and you still see other things different. So, would you lot prefer it to be more longer or like a full weekend for? And would you all go if it was a full weekend?
Not really. I
Depends
think,
how
to be
much
fair
stuff
with
I
you,
need.
we go for like I said, me, Connor, DTM, and that. We just go about 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And to be fair, by 3 o'clock after, you are actually done, aren't you? Really?
I am. Yeah.
It's nice to see people, and that's where you'd like to spend more time with and stuff. It's the people that are there. But as far as the actual convention, as far as you're looking, you're done, aren't you? In a good couple of hours.
I must admit, I did enjoy the last hour. We had a good chat at the cafe bit, and then we went to and we had a good walk round. Like I say, when people are packing away, and we got some good bargains because people want to sell their stuff.
Yeah.
don't want to take it
pack
home.
it away again. So I did enjoy that.
I do love the fact they've got that huge food court in the back. That is just amazing. You don't have to like leave the sales floor; it's right there. Just
It's the same. To be honest, Sandown has the same setup, and it does work quite well because we end up camping there, sitting down for a bit, having a cup of tea or whatever. So it does work well when that's the case, definitely. Especially if it's a big place.
Got you, Desmond.
Whoa,
it's me. Pickups. Well, we're continuing the Sandown. Some VC figures I'd sort of gone by the way, so I've got that off Stu. Where are we? That was one of his many R5D floors.
He's got a
surprised he had one spare.
13 of them.
Thing is, he put 2 in the bloody. I only wanted 1. He should give me 2.
one to open and one to keep on card.
So a couple more that had passed me by. Just picking them up as we were going round. I've got this from the Space Bridge store. I can pick it up. Again, it's nice. A bit of a common one. So, but you know, I haven't picked it up. So I picked up.
Was that like a Disney Parks kind of thing?
Yeah. I think you could get it from Shop Disney here. So
nice.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
And then where else are we? And then
hey, what's up, Wizzy?
Mrs. T grabbed. This is what we got at the last. I think I did put it on the post.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Yeah, big fan.
But again, he added up for 40, and we said, "Well, will you take 35?" And he was like, "Yeah, all right."
It's worth. It was worth 50. If you had it for $50, and it was worth that. So 35 is a great deal for that.
So this is what when we come back off holiday on the plane, we picked up that just to make Keith Knight jealous.
Keith Knight jealous.
Got that on the plane. The lovely VTR Dave continuing the 18.
Oh, I remember them. Yeah, I remember you showing them. So that's awesome.
He's trying to get me down the 18 route, and he's a bugger.
You're saying Dave lost his marbles?
Another recent pickups again for Mrs. T with her.
I've got a couple of them.
Cool.
The Boba Fett one's really cool. So I've got the Boba Fett.
B&M.
Yeah.
And then the lovely Martin, who's very quiet. With me and Martin done a little deal, and we sorted out.
Ooh.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Gosh, that Yoda.
So I shall see Martin on Saturday. And then where are we?
And that's Echo on this Saturday, right? Coming up.
And then one as well. So I shall see Martin on. I shall see Martin on Saturday. So that's it for pickups. But yeah, just looking forward to Echo.
So when's Echo? This weekend coming up?
This weekend,
yeah.
I don't know whether. Go on, Shabby, go on.
I was going to say, to fill a long Saturday or make a weekend of it, there needs to be some other elements, some other diode displays, some panels you could sit on, or a geeky style. That's one of the things that Joe Fest does. It goes all out, doesn't it, Pete? There's a karaoke bar, there's the bar that's there, there's the swap meet upstairs. They go all out, don't they, for that?
Yeah, it's just the sales floor, closes at 5 o'clock, but there's so much more that goes into the wee hours of the night.
I think the wee hours is probably better than the actual thing for me. I love
that.
Yeah, that was awesome. You remember that DTM going upstairs to that?
I do remember.
Yeah, fantastic.
Crazy, crazy. Yeah.
So Echoes this weekend coming up. Is that right? Did you say?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right, Martin. Tell us about your week, Martin.
Well, I mean, people might already know. I've mentioned it a few times that I've been. I bought an empty original 1986 sticker album, and I'm gradually filling it up. I've got quite a few sticker packs still to open.
Awesome.
But that kind of got me on the train of sticker albums that I used to have when I was a kid, and there's a couple of influencers out there who will remain nameless, Adam and Scott Whitehouse, who basically kind of didn't persuade me, but kind of like, mentioned a few things and showed me a few things. So I picked up this the other day. Whoa. And it's the 1986 Transformers annual, completely empty. Yeah. So I've decided that I'm now going to start collecting that. But I managed to pick up a bundle with that Transformers album. So I also managed to pick up this pack of unopened 100 packets of stickers in its original case that you would have had on the counter at the newsagents when you went in, and you would have said, Mum, can I have a packet of stickers? But I don't know what they would have been back then. What, 25p each?
25p.
Yeah, 25p. So I'm going to start opening these up soon. And
you're going to open them?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I'll keep a couple of packs, for
posterity.
Yeah, exactly. And nostalgia reasons, just like
no, you won't. No, you won't. You're opening them all.
Yeah,
I've done it. I've been there.
But yeah, no, I can't wait, because this was an album that I had when I was a kid, and I only managed to fill probably not even half of it. And even the Return of the Jedi album, I didn't manage to fill. So yeah, hopefully I'm gonna have. I doubt I'll have the full lot in that 100 stickers, because you know what they're like. They probably, every pack in there is going to have the same stickers in. But Si's already mentioned. Don't worry, Si, I haven't forgotten. If there's any Megatrons in there, if I get any doubles of Megatron, mate, they're yours. Don't worry, no one else has got in dibs. But
Decepticon logo and Megatron foilies, please send. Please.
No problem, mate. Well, I'll see you on Saturday. But yeah, but apart from that, really, Shabby, I haven't really picked up a lot. I mean, I picked up the Star Speeder, which is just behind me, but people are probably sick to death of hearing about.
Well, what
that.
do you think? Obviously, we've talked to Matt's collection about that. What do you think about that? Now you've got it.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I agree.
It was cheaper than a HasLab. Every HasLab that's come out, it's cheaper, and what you get is probably 10 times what you'd get in a HasLab. I mean, it's got electronics in it. It's got an LCD screen in it that plays the ride that you would have ridden in the 80s and 90s up into the early 2000s. And I know for a lot of people it's not their cup of tea, but you know, for someone who went to Disney World in the 90s and rode that ride numerous times as a Star Wars fan of you know that age, to me it was the great. I mean, it was another level of Star Wars fandom going on that ride, and yeah, I think it's absolutely incredible, and I think it's actually made me question HasLab a little bit, to be honest with you, because if they can accomplish that for $300, yet you pay $500 for a HasLab, which, to be quite honest with you, is just a couple of walls and some tables and lots of cups and mugs and stuff. You know, it's quite appalling. But actually, I do have a couple of other things. Because I bought the Star Speeder, I went on a bit of a Star Tours hunt.
See you, pal.
It's just such a great ride. I mean, it was.
So, anyone who rode the Star Tours ride in the 80s and 90s, when you left the ride, there was a really long corridor that you would leave, and there was these little bins that you throw your 3D glasses in, and along that corridor there'd be all these posters advertising destinations that Star Tours would take you to. So I picked up these. They're posters that you'd see as you walked down that corridor. So there's Bespin, which is my favorite one.
Sorry, I've just pressed the wrong button. I apologize.
There's the actual Star Tours ride poster.
Great poster.
Nice.
It's an absolutely fantastic poster.
Yeah.
There's Dagobah as a destination, which you know is a good one. This was always my favorite as a kid. Was the Tatooine poster.
They are beautiful. They're really
come stay at Jabba's.
Yeah, really nice. And I mean, there's loads of them, but I mean, I'll just show you one last one. There's Yavin, but yeah, I've gone on a bit of a Star Tours thing at the moment. So I've got 7 of these posters, and I can't really see anywhere I can put them, but I had to have them. So
on your ceiling. On your ceiling.
Yes, ceiling. That's literally the only place they can go, Shabby. But
it's funny that I should say that, because I've got a slanted roof here that comes up, and Chris Mira gave me this awesome idea of putting all my vintage and my Origins mini comics in this huge frame, and I might put them just above my Masters there in 2 big frames. Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
So I think about do that, but
that'd be cool.
I was talking to my wife about it, and then she asked me how I would put them up, and I came up with loads of stuff, and she was just shaking her head like you ain't. Oh, absolutely brilliant. There's no need for HasLabs with Star Wars, really. That's the only thing I could think of, Martin, because when I'd seen Matt's Collections video on it and he told me the price, because if you can, Marty, can you pick it up and show people the actual scale of it, how big it actually is?
Yeah,
if that's all right. Oh, out of the basement. It's here. Out of the basement. Nice to see you.
Whoa, it's way bigger than I thought.
Oh,
that was very, don't worry, that was really expensive. No big deal.
I mean, it's pretty huge. I mean, it's got. Let me find the button. I mean, the door's all open. It's got all the seats in there, just like the ride. Then on the inside, you've got. If I can just get this open, bear me 2 seconds.
Thanks for showing this off.
I mean, you just behind here, you can see there's the LCD screen just there.
Yeah.
And obviously, it plays the entire ride from the original ride back in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, that is so quality. That
it's incredible. And as I say, don't get me wrong, it's expensive, but when you compare it to what you pay for a HasLab, it's no comparison really.
So maybe you've already answered this, or Matt answered it, and I need to go back and watch his video. But was that made by Hasbro, or was that Disney sourced it to somebody else to create?
It's done via Disney, so I don't really know who they got to build it, but I don't think it's definitely not Hasbro, that's for sure. And thanks for mentioning Matt, Shabby, because I haven't thanked him enough, really. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have this in my room right now. So cheers, Matt.
Yeah, I just found it fascinating, and it's like what we're saying, Pete, because I'm watching it and it's got the little LED videos doing the actual Star Tour in it, the lights, the sounds, the size, and I'm thinking that's cheaper than a HasLab. Which don't get me wrong, I'm not slating HasLabs. I like them and the look of them.
No, you can slate
if you
them.
can go all out with this. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure
Yeah.
you add on LEDs or something like that in a
the Cantina should have the droid scanner and
hit a
button in it.
It's got LED lights in the ride, so when on the screen a TIE fighter's coming in on the screen to attack you, the lights flash green so it actually represents what a passenger in the ride would see. The flashing lights, and when you open the doors, it does the da-na-na sound, from the original rides. It's mental,
so iconic,
absolutely mental what they've done with this. So I mean, hopefully it's still working, but
yeah, I just wanted to show I'm glad you showed it, because it's a big thing, isn't it? Matt's collection, like I said, he filled these with figures, and I thought, wow, I mean, that's a big toy, man. Awesome.
I sort of remember them in the actual parks. I think it may be at one point a pickup you only found in the parks. I'm not too sure, but I do seem to remember them being there. But
you could get like a small little version of it back in the day, when you went into the gift store, like all good attractions.
Yeah, just had in a bagged version of the. Did it come with? It came with a Rex, did it? Did it come with a DJ Rex or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Hang on. There you go. Yeah.
It was limited to 3,000, and I discovered when I opened mine that I don't know if you can if the camera will focus there. If you see about there's like a number of 3,000, and I appear to have, that I know of, the only one that hasn't got a number next to 3,000. So I don't know if that makes it necessarily rare or anything, but
it's a fake.
Yeah.
Not messing around.
Can I ask you something on Star Tours? Like, I've never been to Disneyland. Claire won't take me, and so I've never been on that ride and stuff. Do they change it? Like, is it now up to date Star Wars on the screen, or is it still the old? Like,
you never know what you're going to ride.
No, this
sometimes original OT, sometimes it's a new one. You just don't really know. You got to keep going on it.
Yeah, this one shows the original ride from about 86 to 2011.
Well, that's one I'd want to see. That's the one I'd want. If I was on that now, and I'd hopefully I'd get that one. That'd be the one that'd make it for me. Like
that's gone now, Si. That's gone. They don't show that one anymore. But the new one, I have to say, I'm a huge fan of the original. It'll always be my favorite. But the new one, it's interchangeable, and they can change the ride whenever they want to, so it keeps it really fresh. I'm sure Scuba will tell you, it's every time I go on it now, it's different every single time. So cool. It's possibly the only ride there where you can go on it and not be and not think, oh, I've done that already, it's boring. It's and they mix it all together, so you have prequel, sequel, original trilogy. You even have the TV shows in it now, scenes from the TV shows. They haven't got the Acolyte, but they've got all the others.
Have they not? Oh well,
no.
Justin says it's awesome what they can do for $300. My best guess is what they've been Disney made product. They obviously can bypass the licensing fees. That might be that. Actually, that's a good point, isn't it? Because Star Tours is
they're keeping it in house.
Yeah, but I understand. TVC Cantina definitely overpriced, but it's this is what I mean. You've got to choose my words carefully. It's awesome, that Cantina, absolutely fantastic. But when you look at it, you know what I mean. When you see the lights and sounds, it would have been that. I think you know, because a lot of people were questioning 600 quid, but I think if they would have put lights and sounds in it, I think that would have, you know what I mean? I think the 600 quid goes, doesn't it, really?
I agree, Shabby. I mean, you've got the Ghost coming to us, those who pre-ordered it this year, and you could argue that the Ghost is a similar scale to that.
Yeah,
and it looks fantastic. It literally looks like it does in the Rebels cartoon. But I have to say, if they'd added some, I mean, even back in the day, in the Kenner days, when we got our toys as kids, they all had buttons you pressed and they made noises. I mean, it wasn't difficult back in the 80s. Why can't they do it now? So
yeah, I understand.
Amen, Martin.
Still being an easy.
Did Star Tours in 97 and I can't read that, 98.
2018.
2018.
Oh,
Sai
it was
has to take me to Disney now. I've been involved in an accident.
That's right.
I agree. It's the least I can do. Oh, brilliant.
Tell people like at Disney. If we tell people at Disney, we might got the rides a bit quicker. Claire's been in an accident. Can we go to the front?
Well, I've only got a couple of things. I've got Demo Man, and I've got a couple of Masters, creations that I really go for. But as you know, I've been collecting the mini bots, but I've wanted the Takara 84 to 86 mini bots. So I got all the Cosmos, which I showed last time, and I bought is it Wind Charger, the little white one at Joe Fest, but I just got this one, Swerve.
Cool.
So yeah, and I've got another one coming. Gears, I think, is the other one coming. So I've been buying them. So they're pretty cool. I've been getting my Black Series in, so I eventually got. This has been a if you're not interested in Black Series, sorry, but this has been a figure I've been after for so long, and they re-released it. So I just managed to get hold of that from Big Bad. So the Ahsoka.
Nice.
I got the what is it? Kilani Mundi. So I just found it always makes me laugh. This online, they're selling this for like $50-$60. It's a $24.99 figure. So I walk into GameStop, and there it was. So they had it for there. And I just wanted to show, I don't know whether I've shown this before, but I saw VTR showed Sai's Batman album, but Sai actually has another Batman album that's been at my house for years, because obviously I don't send anything. but that's the one that I've got our Sai from 66.
Oh, nice.
Which is that one right there. And
love the colors.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's a pretty cool one too. So yeah, that's what I picked up basically. That's what I've done. Let's go back to the chat a sec. Let's have a look. Oh, we've seen that one. We've seen that one. Can we all get Claire a scooter so she can cut the lines?
Yeah. if you want, I can lend you my boot, which when I broke my leg, and that got me everything. I went to Spurs and literally just got walked in everywhere, never queued or anything. So I can lend you my boot.
Right, Scuba Pete, you've sent me some pictures. So you explain to us while I show these pictures what you've been up to this weekend.
Yep. So this past Saturday, well, really Friday afternoon, and then into Saturday, Michael French and I went to the Dayton Xenia area in Ohio. So that is Boxcar. That is the plane that dropped the second bomb on Nagasaki.
Wow.
In World War II. Yep.
And that's the original plane.
That's the original plane.
Wow.
What a beast.
Yep.
You can see the Millennium Falcon in it, or is that just me?
Right? Yeah, it does. Michael and I.
So what's that behind you? Is that a Spitfire?
No. Yeah. Tornado.
That's a great picture.
Yeah. The Memphis Belle. And this is the Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio, and it is free to get into. So no free to park, free to go in.
No early bird.
Is that the
no early bird?
No early bird. Is that the original Memphis Belle as well?
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah. So they have a whole, like, you can walk under it because they displayed it in flight, which is amazing. And there's all manner of displays around it. Just incredible. Like I said, very sobering reminders of World War II.
Yeah.
So that's got four propeller engines. I bet when that starts up, that's one hell of a sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks like a massive hanger that as well, Scoobs.
Yeah, it is massive, and there's 4 hangars like that. So we just had time to squeeze in the World War II, and then we were off for the basically the early bird entry into the Great Ohio.
So good.
That's our friends Natalie and Greg, who own a shop in Seymour. But Leslie didn't come with us, but she did have me pick up and purchase this giant strawberry shortcake toy tub.
Wow.
Is that what that is?
That's the lid for it, to give you an idea of how big it is.
Wow.
It's one giant strawberry.
Oh,
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. George,
Maybe Claire can use that on Disney.
They had,
Take it out.
they had
What
one
was the
of those
price of that nowadays, Pete?
That was.
Do what?
Georgie sent me one.
What's the price of that nowadays?
I want to say that was like $5,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Georgie sent me one on Marketplace about a year ago, and it was 3,500 then. So I can imagine it was about $5,000. Cool,
I'd want to stick wheels on that and an electric motor.
Right?
Yeah.
You drive it all the time. So good.
Oh,
Small screen.
Kraken.
Yep. The Kraken and a unused boxed G.I. Joe glider.
Yeah, that's quite hard to find.
Night
So,
Force.
do you know how much that Kraken was, Pete? How much did it go for?
So I was prepared to buy that Kraken because that was on the short list of grails, but it was I think it was like 20 or 2,000.
What?
$2,300. Well, it was the entire collection. It was the Kraken and every figure completely equipped.
That night Force Wow as well in the previous video. That's a big
Oh, look at that Pee-wee scooter.
Yeah.
France,
I knew you'd like this one.
Awesome.
Play this one again, because those are original proof sticker sheets.
Wow.
It's got Desi's because it's Star Wars stickers. Look at that. Desi's
And they were like 10 grand, or was it like 10 grand because the Star Wars was cut and framed, but the others uncut. They were like 15,000 each, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. Check out the Nintendo game chairs.
Yeah, I was looking at them first.
I was looking at the cat lair next to it. Look at it.
Yeah,
Black
2
Thundercats.
Yeah.
Pretty penny.
But keep going, because I thought I saw some Rambo bits. There's like Rambo vehicles. They look like
there is.
Yep, coming up.
There's
tail end.
Carded turtles, and there.
Hey, it's a little gem. This place, isn't it, Pete? Little gem.
Oh yeah, this is so the Great Ohio Show is 7 fair buildings.
I'm dying to go.
Massive.
Dying to go next year, I think.
Yeah, it is. It is twice a year, spring and fall.
Just perfect.
That one retro Ed went to last year.
He went to the Easter show when we were over at NEC. Yep.
Wow.
So you think this is better than Kane County now, then, Pete?
Yes. I was talking to my friend Charlie, who he brings a lot of Argentinian motu. I mean, quality stuff. And so he said this is now Xenia is his favorite show. And he's from Chicago, and he's like, sadly, the Kane County show, unless you like early bird it the first day. There you go, Dave. Little knockoff rainbow for you.
Combat set.
Yep. And he said,
how much was that?
Get me combat set.
I think it was like $50.
Oh, Pete, I would have had that.
Of course you would have.
I may have been distracted by. Oh, there you go, Sai. I thought of Sai when I saw it.
What is that?
It's like climbing the shower.
It's $95 gets you the doll, and she'll give you a little peekaboo.
Definitely climb the shower.
Here you go. This is the courtyard between the buildings. So this is where the food trucks and the DJ are set up, and you can see how massive the buildings are.
And it's
every single building you see is filled with vintage toys.
God.
And so Charlie said Kane County is now like 60% vintage, 40% just junk, because they've they're letting anybody and everybody. So it's like Funko Pop, heaven. And he's like, it's really a shame.
And this is pure vintage, is it? Or
Pure
mostly
vintage.
Oh.
Oh, looks like you have to come over, Dave.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, definitely. And there's the DJ. He's the same every year, cranking out the tunes. So he was doing 80s and then moved into like dance tunes in the afternoon.
Brilliant.
He's cool.
This is definitely the one I've wanted to go. I've watched it the last couple of years. It looks amazing.
Is that Stu in the background?
Yes, he's just wearing his beard got a little longer. So this is a small building there.
Wow. It's packed.
Yeah.
What does it smell like, Pete? That's the important question.
Actually, because of the way they have the doors open and such, every once in a while you run into somebody who's makes your nose hairs curl, but for the most part, pretty smooth sailing. Thank God.
Look at that vintage gem set right in the center, right there. Oh, wow.
Yeah, some gems here.
Wow.
Yep. So this is about like 10:30 in the morning. So it's definitely building. It opens at 9. Regular entry is $6. So it's super cheap to go. And the food's super cheap too.
Oh, Voltron.
Police Academy precinct.
Police Academy precinct with the weather vane on it. Yeah.
Jeez.
I think he wanted 300 for that, Dave, with the weather vane, and it had nothing else.
That's the going rate of it recently. That's gone up.
It's dangerous going there. It's dangerous.
It's very similar to the Ghostbusters Tower, isn't it? It's
it is. Mold. Yeah, exactly right.
It's not the same mold. No, it's actually built different. It just has that feel, like Ghostbusters. There's a little Eternia action for you, vintage.
So you didn't get another one then?
No, I'll stick with the 2 I have.
Oh, Trump book.
Yeah, Trump book. And again, this is these are the smaller venues.
Cheap. And you can just walk. They're all linked in. You just walk in and out of them.
Yeah,
all.
you can just walk in and out. There's multiple ways in and out, so it's very nice. And they're cranking. See the Graflex flash. They made the lightsabers out of.
Yeah, but we've got the Fright Zone mask as well.
Yeah, Fright Zone snake for $80, which is not bad.
No, at all.
It's in really good shape.
That looks really good shape. Yeah, GoBots.
I feel like you'd go in there though, you'd never find anybody. Like you'd lose people and be like hours later before you see anybody.
Well, you know what's nice with that central courtyard? You can be like, "Hey, I don't know where you went, but I'll pop out real quick," and then you can meet back up. So this is like the biggest room or building rather.
Wow, look at that.
Tell you what, though, it all boils back to what VTR said before, doesn't it? That this has exploded since the pandemic, and when you look at things like that compared to over here now, it's similar. The same setups are. It's the same around the world, isn't it?
Look at that Spider-Man pogo stick. It was $250. Never seen it.
Up there, snow speeder,
chips.
I had that big wheel as a kid. That exact one.
See, this is. I'm going to bring this thing up here. I don't remember. Does anybody else in the UK? I don't remember them big wheel things in the UK when I was a kid. They seem like they're an American thing, or is it just me? Does anybody remember them? Big
no, they weren't really a thing. We were more like BMX, weren't we, and stuff.
Yeah, the normal ones.
I didn't think. I thought I was going mad because I definitely didn't see them around where I lived. So
no.
Hey, KLC, look at it. Keep on collecting here. Matt and Andrew. And we've got Phil here. Hi, Phil. Let's have a look. I'll just catch up with the chat a minute before we see Scuba's goodies. Can't wait to see what you got, Scoobs. Cannot wait. Where's he? Let's have a look. Would love to stay on, but I have to watch the replay, Shabby. I need to solve a puzzle on a horror game called Silent Hill 2 Remake. Oh, thanks, Wayne. Completely.
That whole comment just sums up Win, I think.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, brilliant. Night all, early start. See you, Hoppy. Cheers, pal.
See you, Hoppy.
Let's have a look. What a toy fair we're looking at here. What was it, Pete?
The Great Ohio Toy Fair in Xenia, Ohio.
How far is that from where you live then, Scuba?
2.5 hours.
That's not
So
too bad.
it's super close. And we got a hotel Friday night. And we're able to get in and do some early sharking and shopping Friday night. And then we all went out to dinner. And then we slept in a little bit because, having been there Friday night with the dealers, we were able to, really get about a 50-60% of the people were set up. Now, a lot of the tables were covered, with the magic sheets, which is, like hands off, you respect that, obviously. But there's a lot of people that were setting up and selling. And they do that through 10 p.m.
What are the prices like, Scoobs?
Prices are, I'd say, very reasonable for what you're not going to find somebody there who's like, man, I don't know what it is. But you can get deals. I like to work, like the bulk deal kind of deal. Cash is king also. That goes a long way to chipping away at a price when you're like, ching.
All right. So what did you pick up? Here we go.
Well,
here we go.
So that was Great Ohio. The weekend before it, we were down at Jolanta, which sadly was lightly attended because of the hurricane. So I'm going to show you. So from Jolanta, 2 weekends ago, that is Kurt Bazigian, who was the brand manager for G.I. Joe when that came out, when they revived it into the 3 3/4 scale. So I'm trying to remember. This is
Law and Order, ain't it? Law.
Yeah, Law and Order. The actual G.I. Joe figure is modeled after him, but they did a exclusive for Jolanta and made him into truly his own action figure, and this is Strike Force Alpha. So really cool. I also, because why not?
Brilliant. In there as well.
Great fruity flavor, and it is still in there. I must admit, I want to kind of politely slice it open. Yeah, it's just one of those. What do you get when you're starting to run out of G.I. Joe figures that you don't?
You're gonna have to get Des to make you a sticker that says "because it's G.I. Joe." Do you know what I mean?
I wish I still had it, Scuba. I had a travel toothbrush in the same box.
Nice.
But I sold it to a mate of mine who was a G.I. Joe collector. So, otherwise, you could have had it. That would have gone really well.
That's cool.
With the
I saw in that same toothbrush, there were 2 Oral-B Star Wars toothbrush displays at Great Ohio. Yeah, they were $450 and had some of the toothbrushes still with them, and from our lovely
Look at this.
Andy
That's why
Lanier.
Duke's teeth are so white.
That's right. I got this carded Snake Eyes with the DVD from Andy.
Wow.
Talking my language now, Scuba. Talking my language.
Keep on collecting. He's brought up a good question. I'm going to finish my. So that's Dark Lawn. This again from Jolanta. And this is a reissue. They're doing the Super Joes again, so it's really cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. My other buy from Jolanta was it's President Cobra Commander, which was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but I picked. Yep. So, and I forgot about this. Oh, can't forget. My buddy Paul Knapp made this custom ATV Red Shadows.
What?
Yeah. So you guys, Palatoy made it in green, and here in the States we had it yellow, but he made it into a custom red shadows. And since Joe Lanta, I have purchased his 12-inch Baron Ironblood and a secondary figure, so I can have them right in there. So
Nice.
he did some cool
As
cuts.
it Paul, as in Kraken Wakes? Him, or was that a different Paul?
No, different Paul. Paul Knapp.
no.
He's on YouTube. If you look up Paul Knapp, he's a big 12-inch collector, and I've been on his show a couple times.
Hey,
Nice.
Chris.
Oh, Paul Knapp. Paul Knapp, did you say?
Yeah, Paul Knapp.
Ah,
Wow.
There you go. Keep on collecting. I finally found it, and
Yeah, I didn't know what it was about till about a couple of years ago.
I can't believe I actually got the box with this baby.
Box looks
Nice.
good as well, Pete.
Yeah, it's just missing a couple of the laser guns that go with the figures. But, other than that, I'm gonna also allow me to whip this out.
Whip it out.
Oh, look at that.
I love this show.
Yeah, beast.
Great shape.
Still want to see.
So no yellowing. Both the door hatches are intact. Like I said, it's got all the gear for it. The hatches, the engines, you name it, the landing gear. So a couple guns if I want to worry about trying to chase those. So, but God, I love that show.
Nice.
British sci-fi at its finest.
That's unbelievable.
They worked it out. There's probably about 50 crashes of Eagles, but they said they probably didn't have 50 Eagles at the start of the show.
Now,
From my buddy Charlie, this is a Fuerza T figure from Argentina. And you'll see he's blue-haired, and they did a small line of figures using the Motu as a base, but it was Fuerza T, like He-Man. It has bright green hair with a green goatee. But he had him loose, and so I snagged him for a really, really good price. Also, where's G-Force?
so what's that line called then, Pete? Again?
That's Fuerza T.
Fuerza T. Okay.
Fuerza T. Fuerza T from Argentina.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also, I
Gotcha
believe
Man.
Gotcha Man. I believe this is also Argentina. There was a guy with a brilliant table of just
Hey,
all
Lord
kinds of
Revolver. Hey, pal.
cool knockoff. But if you look, his weapons are sectars.
No.
Yep.
That's
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's like Prince Dargon's weapons. And look at this back. You know, collect the whole set.
Yeah.
Look at Kieran. Jamming gate. Oh, I mean, congratulations, Kieran.
That's all I got for now. But I'm going to shamelessly plug Chasing 80s Toys for once. We have a video dropping most likely late tomorrow of the Great Ohio Toy Show. So, because I have even more. I'm just showing you a sampling of what I got.
Definitely watch it. So you had a good time there and everything. So how come you didn't come on with the Kraken? You just thought too expensive or just not getting on?
No, he was only selling that as a set. He would not break it up as far as like he knew I just wanted the Kraken, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not willing to part with it separately." And I was like, "Oh." Yeah.
Can I just say it's great to see Steve? Hi, Lord Melvado. It's great to see you,
Steve?
pal. Awesome to see you. So let's have a look. Landscaper Jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
There's a look. Oh my scuba! Look at that.
I knew you'd like that G-Force.
I married a Kraken.
That Kraken's on my list as well, Scuba. So we're both
are you looking for
one.
it too, VTR? Yeah.
I mean, my heart skipped a beat when I went in that room Friday night. I was like, "This is
you
happening."
said that's what you were after, didn't you? You said that's what you want to find.
And so I'm like, "How much?" And the guy's like, $2,000. And I went, "What?" And he goes, "It's all the figures and him." And I was like,
No.
Jim, do you remember the
Yeah.
Kraken? I can't really remember it when we were. Do you remember that the Kraken when we were?
Yeah, I remember it.
Well, no, not the toy. Obviously from the films and stuff, and not
Film,
from the toy.
yeah,
Not the toy.
Oh, the
Yeah,
film
the
I remember.
film.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
film.
the films we
But
watched.
I never knew about the toy of it. Obviously, till later on. So, but yeah,
Yep,
what a
same.
great. Yeah,
It's definitely on my list.
Si, did you feel the same way as our DTM? Was the game set so rubbish?
I can't believe he said that, the ungrateful bastard. Bloody comes to Blackpool, doesn't he? Yeah, it was crap. I'll tell you what, me and Chris went, Smith Lord, he's in the chat now. We went a couple of years back and it was really good. They had a big Spectrum set up there, and I'm bigging it up again to Tez. Oh, when you come, Tez loved it, to be fair. Tez had a great day. He filled his boots. There was loads of Spectrum games for him to buy. He had like a little stall there and stuff. I bought some minifigures. But the do itself, like what Dane said, you went in, every game I went up to play, it was crashed, every single one. Like pole position was crashed. No Return of the Jedi was there. The Sitting Star Wars wasn't there. Operation Wolf had crashed. Terminator had crashed. It was like, we paid 20 quid to get in here. But we did have a nice chip balm cake at Cleveland's Chicken. That was nice. So that's what made up for it, for a chip balm.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So are you going to go again next year, though? Or?
No. No, to be fair with you, we do have one in Blackpool called the Arcade Club, and that me and Tez have such a better day at that one, which is Blackpool's own. To be fair, it's here all the time. You can go any time of the week, and that is so much better than this one. So I was a bit like let down really by it, because I'm telling Tez all this stuff. Last time we went, there's this big Spectrum setup, big talk, selling the new Spectrum that they're making. All this stuff, and this year there was nothing of it. Says he's like, went to Spectrum stuff. I'm like, it's not here.
Right, he said Tez enjoyed it, didn't he? We'd barely saw him while we were there.
I think Ted's got the biggest kick out of it, again, because of his love of retro games and stuff. Yeah. And I think if it wasn't for that little stall bit, it'd have been quite boring, wouldn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
And I could tell by Helen and Claire, as soon as we walked in, we wanted straight out. I could just tell by the faces. We're both
Oh, no.
What about little Josh? Did little Josh like it? Or?
Well, no, Josh was bored out of his head.
Never bored, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. He liked the Andorn. He likes going into Blackpool, Josh, and he likes the promenade and stuff, doesn't he? I think.
Going into Blackpool, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think coming to Blackpool and staying there for the day, I think it bored the hell out of him.
Did you pick up any lollipops this trip?
Well, I think that's what he was after. But again, it's this time of the season now, so all that end of the prom's all closed now. Do you know what I mean? It's this time of the season, so only illuminations.
Talk about pickups. What did you pick up?
At the toy fair, I put them on Instagram. I haven't brought them down. I've just brought a couple of things down.
Upstairs?
Well, he's vintage Dave, isn't he? So I thought I'd be modern side and show something like just out. So I thought,
right, go on then. Show us what you got.
Well, first thing I got was this, because I absolutely love these. And this is the last one I needed to pick up to the new ones come out.
Oh, nice.
But how did you say his name? I used to call him Dallison, but his name's Dalston, isn't it? Dalston. But again, I absolutely love these figures, like a lot of us do. They're just brilliant, aren't they, to have? And what you
all
get
that comes with it for 20 quid, though. That's not bad at all.
And who's making those?
And they're sticking with it because, they said we're going to make them all. And, they're halfway through now. They're great figures.
Never seen
them. Pick that up. I also picked this up, which, again, what we were talking about before. To be able to get Batman 66 stuff today, I just love. So when I saw this, I thought, I have to get this without a doubt, which is
you got it.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going to build it?
You didn't waste any time getting that, did you?
No, I was there for getting the first day. Nice. Well, again, it's great stuff.
Why don't you buy another one and build that one?
I've got just as much money as you, Pete.
I've got a feeling
that's awesome.
I've got a feeling Shabby can't do Transformers. I got a feeling Si can't actually make Lego sets.
And one more to show you. which I got because, again, like a lot of us who collect Lego, this has been a Lego ideas for a few years, and every year it kept getting turned back. First, it was the Hocus Pocus house, then it was the Snow White house, then it was that cabin, but this time they did it. And honestly, it's an absolute gem of a set. If you haven't got it, pick it up.
I'm getting it for Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, the Jaws.
It's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those rare sets.
I think Steph wants to get that.
Yeah.
You're gonna
It's
need
just
a bigger
beauty,
box.
And what's cool about it, like you can have it two ways. You can have it set in the standard, you know, like how they do the Star Wars dioramas.
Yeah.
Or it comes in like you can do it so you get your full boat and you get your shark. Do you know what I mean? And three.
Wow.
Oh,
Great
the
set.
minifigs are
That's
brilliant.
awesome.
Great set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will say, while it's available, it's not going to be around long. Sets like this never are. So while it's available, and for the price of it as well, I mean, even that Batmobile, you know, normally they're about £170 to £200 sets, but we got it for like £130. You know, from Smiths, and I thought, what a great price that is for that.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
Lego
a good
is
foot
killing it.
size. Yeah, that's what I picked up.
Nice.
Claire can make Lego.
Well
Open it,
done.
Claire. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get. I didn't realize what that back order and stuff meant on. I've never bought from Lego, so it said a back order. So I missed my birthday, but I'll definitely get it for Christmas. That's a definite one. Si.
Yeah.
I signed Mr. Shave. Never seen him with a 5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, I couldn't be bothered today. One of them days.
You are tempting me with that bloody Lego. Anything else, Si?
No, apart from I've got a question for you. People say, right, your head is the heaviest part of your body, but I'm positive if I was to cut my head off and my leg off, my leg would weigh heavier than my head does. I'm positive it would.
I've got a feeling if you did do it, I think you won't find out. I think you'd be dead.
just saying, do you know what I mean? If I'm sure my leg, because I've got legs like thunder thighs and stuff, so I'm sure my leg would be heavier than my head is. But they say that your head's the heaviest.
We got a whole head. 'Cause the brain weighs 1.2 kilograms. So we're talking about the skull and everything. So
No, like if I was to chop my head off right and I put it on some digi scales and it tells me the weight, well then I was to chop my leg off and put them on the digi scales, I think my leg would weigh more than my head does.
I'm pretty sure quite a lot of people, quite a lot of middle-aged men, that their stomach weighs more than them.
Well, yeah. Who's got a... Yeah, that's a good point, that VTR. You don't realise how heavy your head is, do you? Oh, sorry, where did it come out? I thought we were having a break.
I thought we had a lot of people in. I'll just give him a treat.
I said it was not spare room that Si can move into. Oh, brilliant.
Keep it away from me digiscales anyway.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Right, Mr. Berry, tell us about your week and what we picked up.
Yeah, I've got some pickups. Obviously, I've told you a bit about the toy fair. My week has been very busy with work and other stuff. No one wants to talk about that.
Get it off your chest. Just tell us.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, week either.
Bore the hell out of you guys, honestly. It bores me, my work. So it's not going to do much for you guys. I have been on a bit of a weird kind of GI. Like, obviously, I love GI Joe, which is why when Scooby was showing me his stuff, I was like, "Oh my God, I love all this." Yeah, I've been kind of trying to get weird GI Joe stuff recently, more like variants. So this one I know is quite common to get, but I don't think it's that common to actually get in its baggie. So this is the Kellogg's Lifeline.
Yeah, the mail away.
Yeah, and it's completely still. I don't know what that piece of paper in this is, but it's just a sealed baggie. So like, and it is slightly different to the mainline version of Lifeline. It doesn't have the same mold, and it's missing a gun. You don't get a gun. So I got that for a really good price about a month ago, and it's just awesome. That's really, cool. And, yeah, really cool. And then I did share this. I think some of you might have seen this, but I'm starting to look into Chinese mocks. So I got the Lifeline Chinese mock. So again, I just love. I know Si's a bit into these sort of stuff and that, but I love the Chinese writing on stuff. And
Yeah,
for
that
me,
card's really cool, isn't it? It's a right cool card.
They're very
really
affordable.
cool. But these are from 1992, so they're relatively still. They're the same like molds, I think, the originals, but they're really really quite reasonable to pick up.
What's up, Frostbite?
So
yeah, well done.
Yeah. It's weird how they made it slightly different, but yeah, in the baggie, I've never actually seen it in the baggie before. So when I saw it
loose,
I had to have it. And
So
like I
Luke
said,
says he
the
doesn't
Chinese
have
mod-
the leg holster. Is that right?
Yeah, it doesn't. So I could get like if you can see it on this one actually. See on the Chinese one, it's got the leg pouch, and on the Kellogg's one, it doesn't. So and that's kind of and also there's another difference is you get a little like PPK kind of like handgun that he doesn't come with it in the Kellogg's thing. I think they were saving money, so they basically just didn't give you all the accessories and stuff like that. But so they're the main G.I. Joe stuff. Although I did get. I love my trading cards, don't I? And apologies for the audio and picture. I'm using my
you're fine.
I'm using it on board because my webcam broke just before the live stream. But yeah, I've got I picked up these at a boot sale recently. So these are the G.I. Joe full set of the 30th anniversary cards. So like they've got like the original Action Men kind of things, and then they've got like some random Joe things, but they're full set. They're just really weird cards because there's no real kind of like design to them. They're just random. Some of them pictures of the toys, and then you'll get like a mock cover and stuff like that. So it'll just be it's random really, but these are a full set. I think they're the 30th anniversary one, so I can't remember what year they're from, but 1994 is what I was trying to think. Well, it's 64, wasn't it? Because he's got the Action Man in here. So yeah, and then the other stuff really, I've just got like I was going to show some sticker. They're not really pickups, but I thought you guys might want to see because I know Martin was going to talk about his sticker books, and I'm a big fan of sticker books. So Luke's in the chat, so he knows the full story of my Mars sticker book. This has been a love letter for about a year and a half for me trying to complete this. Like I brought this 23% completed and it's now 97% completed, but I'm 12 stickers away from completing it and it's just getting impossible. I'm missing 4 off the poster. So they're really hard to find, all the foilies.
What percentage is that on the poster?
Sorry?
What percentage is that?
Well, let me just have a look at how many stickers there are. There's 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 18. So 4 out of 18. So about,
that is awesome. Look at that. That is super
that's
cool.
amazing.
But these, like I said, you're laughing. Like I told Luke about this, and it really made me laugh. So, yeah. No, they're completely different.
Look at Guppy.
But yeah, this I brought this, and I was talking to Luke about it, and like I said, and I've got stickers over the. I've spent. I'm ashamed to even say this. Actually, I've probably spent about 20 times more than you could buy a complete one because I've just like the last 18 months been trying to complete it here and there, and yeah, it's madness really. I could have brought a complete one about a month after I bought it for half the price, but I was on the hunt then. I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then I managed to get this one, which is fully complete, which is really rare to get fully complete, and I picked this up for an absolute steal, and this was picked up about a year ago, but I remember as a kid I was massively into my WWF, so for me it was like, this is cool. And like I said, for it to get complete, you've got all the foilies, all the shiny.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is neat.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So yeah, I was kind of, that was the only other thing. Like I said, I won't bore you with some other stuff, but that's kind of the majority of my pickups. I did get a few Top Gun random stuff. I got a phone card from Japan. Top Gun phone card from Japan.
Nice.
Awesome. It was like £3. So yeah, that was about it really. But yeah, Have you seen these, by the way? Have you seen these, Scuba?
No.
The 30th anniversary cards. Not a lot of other people seen them. Like I just found them in like I said, a boot fair. But I did wonder if you'd seen them or not.
No.
But that's
Never
so
come across them.
No, okay. Yeah. So I'm not the only one who thought they ran them in. So,
Are you going to go through your stuff and sell stuff at the toy fair you're doing, or are you?
I have got some stuff I'm going to part with, yes. And we are putting it on the table. I'm thinking of doing something a bit different to other people and probably will pay a few people off. I'm just going to put a box down of all the stuff I've got or a couple of boxes and just make me an offer. I can't even bother to put prices on it. So I'll probably let it all go for really cheap, because the way I look at it is I might even give a lot of it away, because if people come up and especially if I've got kids or whatever, it's stuff that I just need the space. So I just want to get rid, if you know what I mean. Like, and I'm not really one to kind of like, want like loads of money for stuff. Really, I'm not like that. So I'm trying to work out. I don't feel right putting prices on them really, because I can't even remember how much I paid for them after stuff. So I just think I might just say like, make me an offer and just probably just take everything someone offers me. So like, kind of thing. But,
Are any of you lads going to make it to Adam's? I mean, yeah, excuse me, Adam's Toy Fair.
Not to this, we know what he's doing, but if he does another one, yeah,
I'll be there. Yeah.
You're going to go.
I'm driving.
Yeah, Martin's going. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be going. Yeah. Adam's promised me early bird so I can get in there on Boss Bounty's table.
Yeah. To be honest, I have promised him that, and yeah, I will. I'll keep that up, and I'll keep that end of the promise. But yeah, because we've not got an early bird, so he's just gonna have to sneak in with me. No, it's one of them things. Like I said, I don't really want to be on a stall selling. I want to be like chatting to people, and stuff like that. So to me, it's like I'm hoping actually the stuff I've got in a box. If the other dealers saw it all at the start of the show and said, like, I'll give you just a nominal amount for it, I'll probably just give it all to them just to get rid of it, because I don't be done with it. So I can then kind of just, and that. But yeah, Boss Bounty's he's got a lot of Lego. And so I will be interested. He's got a lot of Lego stuff. I know that's what he said. He's bringing a lot of Lego stuff, and he's bringing some overstock of HasLabs that he's brought loads of in the past.
Oh, my word with Boss this Friday night. See if I can get in there earlier. What have you got? What are you taking to Adams in Lego? What trilogy stuff have you got? I'll be there. Oh, yeah.
He's got loads of stuff. He hasn't told me everything, but I think he's just got like a load of figures, I think he's got like a couple of the old cantinas, like not cantinas, the what are they called? The diorama that was brought out recently, Jabba's Palace.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. So
well, I'll see how pissed I can get into the beef eater, and I'll see what he's sold me for 20 quid.
You can have it all, Si.
Yeah. If I can't make your show now, I've sold it all to Si.
Guppy asks Adam, have you found space for him yet?
Braid, no. Keith contacted me a week ago. The crazy thing is, right, ever since we've started getting more publicity out there, we're just getting inundated for people wanting tables, and we sold out months ago. And it's like a nice thing to have, but it's like we literally, if we do another one, we're gonna have to find a bigger venue, which we're probably gonna do another one. So it's just, but yeah, it's nice situation to be in, but we didn't expect it really to happen. Like we were just like, it's mad.
What if you made the rows really tiny?
We've done the best we can already. I wish we could fit I wish we could fit more people in. I really wish we could, but we just can't. So.
But if people want to find information about it and so forth, is it Southend on Sea Toy thing on Facebook?
So there is an Instagram, which is probably the Instagram or Facebook, but the Instagram is the Toy Collective _Toy Fair, and then on Facebook there's a private group which we just share stuff in and stuff like that. And I think a lot of you are members, and that's the Southend on Sea Toy Collective. And that's just really, that's not a selling group. That's just for people to talk about what they picked up. It's just random to show off stuff. And obviously we will put stuff on there about the fair, but that's more of a social group rather than a like kind of sales group.
Awesome. Well, I think on behalf of all of us, we wish you all the best, mate. I can't wait to hear about it. And I hope it all goes well for you. And you know, we'll have a chat when you get back, and we'll get you on, probably me or Stu. We'll probably get you on a stream and we'll talk about it. And I'm glad you.
Yeah, the plan is definitely to do a bigger and better one the next time we do it. Like we just want to get one under our belt.
Scoops.
Yep,
So
thanks,
Scooby put it right there. So if you want to check out the Toy Fair Collective, it's right there. There it is. So brilliant.
To be fair with you, Adam, you did say that quite a while back, though, didn't you, in the chat, that you can't believe how quick it's sold out and all your spaces have gone.
I was in charge of selling the tables. It was kind of like the job I just nominated and done. And I sold all the tables in 2 weeks. And I just went to the other two guys and went, they're all sold. And they were like, what? I was like, they're all sold. I don't know what
is it because there's not much of this sort of thing around your area? Is that why it went so fast?
I think it's that. And we were very competitive. Like I don't mind saying, obviously, we priced the tables at 25 quid a table.
Oh, that's very reasonable.
Or two tables for 40 quid. And so some people were having 2-3 tables and stuff like that. So literally, yeah, it just very quickly, the people who do live in Essex or do Sandown, like we've got sellers, like we've got Robbo Toys who does all of them, Sandown, NEC. He was just straight away, he goes, I'll have a table. And then we got like a guy, another one called Fishing for Toys. They do a lot of Sandown. That they were like, we'll have 2 tables. And before we knew it, it was just done. It was just done. Like it was the easiest 2 weeks of selling tables I've ever had. And I felt a bit like
Adam's like, why don't you guys do something? I'm done.
Yeah, I was a bit if I'm watching this, they're gonna kill me because I was a bit like, well, there you go. I've done my bit. See ya.
Well, it sounds awesome to me. It really does. Anyway, we've come past 2 hours. I've loved this. We should do this more often. Just get all of us in here and have a chat and talk about our week and show our stuff off. I thank you all so much for coming on. I've really enjoyed it, listening to your stories and where you've been. What did you do this week, Shabby? Cleaned up after a bloody hurricane. That's what I haven't got the same type of story ever as you lot I've got, but it's awesome. But anyway, before we go, obviously, you know, the link's in the description where everybody is and so forth. But does anyone have anything coming up? So Pete, you've got Chasing 80s video coming up there.
Yep, for the Great Ohio Toy Show. That'll be dropping tomorrow, probably mid-afternoon UK time.
Right, so you've got that. Anybody else got anything? We've got ladies, like I said.
I have a video coming out Sunday afternoon.
DTM got a video.
Yeah.
I'm sitting down.
Is it about the Games Expo?
It's a short video.
It's short.
It's a short, yeah.
10 seconds.
One of those shorts. Oh, that's awesome.
I'll be making my 3-year hiatus. I'll be back on Monkey Lizard Hangout on the 21st of October.
Awesome.
I'll be back on that.
I've nothing for myself, but I'm on APDs tomorrow.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're talking about Batman 1989. So
nice.
That'll be cool. Yeah, really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'll be watching that closely. Don't you worry. Extremely closely.
Side's gonna get barred tomorrow night. What are you talking about?
I'll tell you what. Me and Martin are also on Sunday, so we're gonna. We're not gonna go lightly on Stu. We're on his revenge stream on.
I don't think anybody did this weekend, did they?
Let me just put this. I've been working on a little something today for Sunday. That, trust me, you've got to tune in for Stu's revenge tour, because I've been working on something today which is going to destroy him. So I'm not going to say any more than that.
I've heard on the grapevine that our VTR is with the Aussies, collectively speaking, on the 20th of October.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll be doing our collectively speaking. I can't remember the exact date now. Let me have it's in the calendar.
They are 20th of October.
Yeah, later in October.
Quick, DTM, get VTR a pen so we can write it down. Do you know what I mean? So. Reynolds, yes, DTM, missed your stuff. Always great humor in Dave. Yeah, we loved DTM's videos, all of them. And Luke's on it too, and Ed's Retro Geek Out is on it as well.
Oh, that's excellent.
That's all. Sounds like a good dude.
He's going to be at Sandown, I think, November. Ed Retro Geek Out, ain't he? I think he's coming over.
He's always over here. Every time I watch one of the lads' videos, I always see him over here. So, yeah. So, poor Stu. But anyway, there you have it. I've loved it. What a great afternoon. Thank you all so much for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure. and we'll see you all soon. Wait, everybody, everyone. Bye.